Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be discussing the LSD conversion kit that I installed on my car. If you notice, this is existing footage and I'm just talking over it, but I will insert some clips of me testing out the LSD on some private roads. So this is just going to be my initial thoughts of how it's performing, and I've given it some time since I've installed it. It's been a few weeks now, but I wanted to make sure that it was consistent and it wouldn't fail. I will follow up with a proper in-depth review where I take it to the track and see how my ETs have improved. It was a relatively hot day today. It was in the mid to low 90s, high humidity. And right now I have my car set up to run at 9 psi in first gear and 14 in second, so it is restricting power. I don't really hit full power until third gear, and I didn't really go into there. The biggest takeaway is that it's just aiding in traction, so much so that I have a hard time breaking traction unless I try deliberately. And before this LSD conversion kit, if I tried deliberately, it would be dangerous with traction full off. You'd be going sideways, it would be a little sketchy. But anyway, I find that 9 times out of 10 it just hooks. And you're not really testing to see if one wheel's getting more traction than the other, they just hook together. That's the major takeaway. I feel like it's added 25% more traction, or similar to going from all-season tires to summer tires. I guess that's the best way to put it. So, and I've been running it consistently for the past few weeks, and I've seen no degradation. It's been consistent. So overall, I'm happy with it. I'll insert some clips of where I'm testing it out and whatnot. It doesn't show a whole lot, but at the end of the day, what it demonstrates to me at least is that even when you do break traction, you hear both tires squealing equally, and the car stays very stable. You just mostly hear it, and you don't so much feel the back end. There's this one clip where I'm going around a curve. There's gravel, and the road is dusty, and I punched it. Traction full off. I would have been grabbing at the wheel, using up that whole road before the LSD conversion to keep the car stable, but it just kind of upset the chassis slightly. It wasn't a big deal at all. So it's definitely improved things. I'm happy with the performance of it. You know what, at the end of the day, I don't want to recommend something to you guys that I don't think would work. That's why, I noticed a lot of comments where people saying, where's the LSD update? Give us an update. I didn't want to rush into it, because what if I just cooked the clutches in that LSD and it stopped working after 3 weeks? I'm making over 500 foot-pounds of torque at the wheels in higher gears, not in low gears, because I've restricted boost. But, I figured I could test it and put it through its spaces. There's a commenter in one of my other videos that said they were disappointed. They put it on an E46. But they said that it worked great as a traction aid, worked good in gravel and in the wet, but they were trying to do skids and drifts and whatnot, and they were underwhelmed. It's not a full-out locker. You got to keep that in mind. It's a traction aid. It probably will give you maybe 25% more lock, and it'll help catch you out of situations, and maybe go up to 50% lock under the right circumstance. But sustained lock is probably 25%. So keep that in mind. It's a traction aid. be realistic with your expectations. So just imagine you finally got a nice set of tires and your car's finally hooking. You had some crappy tires, and that difference, and it just kind of surprises you at how much more grip you get. Just take that feeling, times it by 2. It'll be like you put your best set of tires on, and then you got the same amount of additional traction by going with this LSD conversion. Would it be good in donuts and drifts? I don't think so. But off the line, assuming that you're mostly going straight and you just want to keep it so that you don't get a one-wheel peel, I would say this is a one-wheel peel eliminator. It's not possible with this. You just can't. I can't with my car. So in that respect, the fact that I literally could not light up one tire if I wanted to, I've disabled my E-diff and my traction control and my stability control, and you know, I'm not able to do that. So it's been a good month or so since I put it in. I've been beating on it. It seems to be performing well, and it's a traction aid if you're going straight, if you want to go to the track, if you want to have less chance of the car getting squirrely, and you want to eliminate your right wheel getting all the power. It works well for that. So another standout that we have to talk about is cost for surface grinding the gears. It could cost you a few $100s. Once you factor that in, you gotta really ask yourself, okay, will I be happy with what I've spent? You know, depending on the application, depending on the diff you have on your car, it can still be half as much money, and it'll be a significant improvement. But keep that in mind. Before you buy this, check to see how much it costs to get this surface ground before you proceed. Next thing to keep in mind is it will be good in the rain, it will aid in the snow. On loose surfaces, it will definitely help. You know, just don't expect that you can take this. I would agree with what that commenter said. Don't expect that you can just go around and drift and get like black lines on the road and just constant abuse to it. It doesn't seem like it's designed for that. It's designed to keep the wheels tied together so that you eliminate the chance of one wheel getting all the power. And in a straight line, you'd have a really tough time, even with a ton of torque and power, overcoming this LSD conversion. I haven't been able to with normal street driving. So I'm happy. I'm gonna follow up with a proper review video. I'll cut to some clips where I'm testing it out just to give you an idea of how the car's performing. I'm probably in the 5-second range for 0 to 60s there, where I'm just basically tapping into the gas, not raising up the RPMs at all. It's 93 degrees and humid out, etc. But, you know, I have my first gear limited to 9 psi. When I do go to the track, if I can hook as is now, then what I'll do is bump up my psi in first and second gear to try to cut down on my 0 to 60 time, just to see how much we can improve on it and how much it will take before this LSD conversion kit gets overwhelmed. But for now on the street, with, you know, regular driving, it's pretty good. So now I've talked to the vendor. What I'm gonna do, if you guys are interested in one of these, I'm putting a link in the description of this video, and I'll put another one in my follow-up video after going to the track, where you can purchase it on eBay. And just full disclosure, I'd get a bit of a kickback if you did, just your usual eBay affiliate kickback. But you would want to send a message to the seller after placing your order that you were referred by Vehicular DIY, and they'll bump your shipping up from standard shipping to DHL Express. So you'll get it in like 2 or 3 business days without paying any premium for that. Just to let you guys know, I'm not getting paid by the vendor, and I was free to say whatever I wanted. I bought that with my own money. Eventually, when they saw the video review, they were happy and they refunded me the money. But it doesn't mean I can't tell you how it is. You set your expectations. You may end up spending $600 or $700 after the grinding and your time and all that, the diff seals, and it will give you 25% more traction. Could you spend $1,200 or $1,500 and do better? Yeah, you could get a full-out LSD conversion. You may be able to get your gears ground down for $80, $60, and then you're only spending a few $100s, and then it's awesome for what you're getting. But just keep that in mind. I want you guys to know that, you know, there's other ways to go about this. You don't necessarily need to do it this way. This is just a new and improved way to do it. So hopefully that pacifies you guys for now. If you want to buy one, I wouldn't talk you out of it, that's for sure. I'm happy with it. I think it performs well, and it's interesting for what it is, for the amount of money you spend. Just be sure you check into what it costs to get the gears ground before you proceed. So thanks for watching. Look out for a follow-up video from me when I've gone to the track. Wow.